couple of weeks ago, as many people know, Charlie Kirk got shot and killed, assassinated in the States.
What's your take? Obviously, so for people listening now, this is 2 weeks ago, and when it happened, I was quite
shocked.
I was shocked. Yeah,
Like when I first
I walked into your
thought-
office at like 6:30 a.m. and I was like, "Hey, this guy. Remember this guy we saw at what did I say?
Earlier in
Okay.
the year.
I said, "Do you remember the guy we saw at 10X conference?" And you're like, "Which one?" I was like, "Charlie Kirk," and you're like, "Yeah." I was like, "He just got shot."
Yeah,
And
I saw he got shot. I saw an email. The first thing I saw is he got shot, and then you came in and said he's dead. I'm like, what?
Yeah, sorry, that's right. I walked in saying he's dead. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was full on. And then I saw a clip of when he got shot, and then you said you saw another one where it was close up and personal when he got shot. I didn't see that one. But yeah, man, very disturbing, very sad, and it's just a crying shame.
Were you a fan?
I wouldn't say I was a fan. Like I followed him. I agreed with a lot of his point of views, for sure. And yeah, it was just really sad to see that he wasn't really anyone that did anything bad. Do you know what I mean? He just had a very
Strong stance.
strong stance, but he backed it up with fact. Like he was able to turn around and say, these reasons, this is what I believe. And it wasn't to necessarily prove someone wrong. He goes, let's have a discussion. Let's see if we can get to some sort of a logical conclusion. And if you put some points forward that I can then take on board, like he was open to the discussion. And that's all he did. He just spoke. And for that, some fuckwit decided to take his life.
What's your take on the whole?
On the person that shot him?
Yeah.
Support the death penalty.
Yeah. Are you buying into the whole story that's being painted?
With what? So explain the story to me and for the viewers.
Everything that the media is portraying. This is a guy who had a trans boyfriend who.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know any about that. I haven't heard. That's the first I've heard anything about that.
Oh, you haven't heard anything?
No, I just thought the guy, from what I heard and saw, he just hated Charlie Kirk and his views and what he stood for and everything, which is just so, like the guy's not well. To premeditate that murder, like he's gone out there with a plan to kill this bloke. You know, it wasn't just an accident. It wasn't a random thing. I woke up in the morning and I'm going to do this. Like he had planned this, where he was going to shoot from, what day he was going to be there, what the bullets said on them. Like he wrote shit on the bullets. Like this guy premeditated to take Charlie's life. You know, a young man, like he was in his early 30s, had a young family, a wife, just going around spreading his opinion on things which many people disagreed with, but he said that's good. We should have disagreement. We shouldn't all just go in the same direction like sheep. It brings up conversations. And, you know, that's what was really sad. Like, would it encourage the next Charlie Kirk now to stand up? Do you know what I mean? Knowing that if you had that sort of opinion and you were really good at what you did, you were able to back it up with factual evidence, all this sort of stuff, that if you now go to a college campus or if you go and do something that annoys someone, it's going to cost you your life. Is it worth it?
Okay, so there's a couple of ways this conversation can go. Me personally, I don't buy into the story.
The story of the kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't believe it. It just seems fake.
Yeah.
It seems too perfect.
Yeah.
This guy would go out and say, oh, you know, there's two genders, he would say. And then, ironically, the guy who has no criminal record, who's a normal kid from school in that area, went and planned this whole heist of climbing this building and sitting on the top with a sniper rifle and popping him in the neck.
I mean, that's a difficult shot. Do you know what I mean? Like, you'd have to be some sort of skill with a gun.
No, I don't think it's that difficult.
Isn't it? Okay.
No, I don't think.
I
don't think.
Shot rifles before?
Yeah, but like I think people pop deer from further away.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I don't think it's not like a, you know, ex-military kind of, nah.
So what's your stand? You don't think he
did
it? Or
I think it's just odd.
Yeah, it's a bizarre thing. But
no. Like it's like they painted you the perfect picture. Ah, this guy said there was two genders, and this guy who went and popped him had a transgender boyfriend, and he was very
Saying one extreme to the other.
yeah. But it's like if you had to say, well, who do you reckon shot him? You'd have been like, oh, well, someone who was
Someone far left.
someone far
left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Far left extremist.
And it's like they've gone and painted this picture. There's things that
So you
don't
think
stack up.
you're more
I'm
of
not
a you're saying conspiracy? Yeah.
No, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I also think there's elements that just don't stack up.
Potentially. You're not being fed the full story, I guess.
Are you ever?
Yeah. How are you to know? Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But ultimately what happened, the act has happened.
I'm not a yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's gone.
So that act has happened. How it's gotten to that point, who knows? But the act has happened. You know, the guy's gone. And
But the way the country's handled it has been weird too.
Yeah, right.
I think it just seems
Well, they had their ceremony for him the other day as well. They had 60,000 people, I think, in a stadium.
I saw it, yeah. It was
and
a
then
full stadium.
there was 100,000 people apparently outside as well.
Dude, this guy's 31.
Look at the change. Like they were talking about him being a future president. Like that's how high esteem some of these people held him. He was very religious too, which did rub some people up the wrong way too.
Yeah.
Which I don't have an issue with. Like I didn't have any issue with him saying that sort of stuff. Like that's like great that you have that faith. I think that's fine. He wasn't going out there to change people's mind. He was just saying, this is my belief. This is why I believe it. He was very, there's these comments. He was pro-guns as well.
He was
and then,
pro-guns.
And then you hear people going, oh, how ironic that you got shot by a gun.
Yeah, which is
Like,
a disgusting.
That's stupidity of the highest accord. And the best argument I heard for that, because he actually came out and said something about, I'm pro-gun. I'm paraphrasing now. He said, I'm pro-gun. People die from guns. That is a cost I'm willing to accept in order to be able to have guns. So he did say something like that. Again, paraphrasing, but it was along those lines.
Yeah.
But the best argument I heard against that was, do you drive? So you're pro-car. So cars kill more people than guns ever do. So is it acceptable level of people dying in order for you to be able to drive? Is it ironic that if you die in a car accident, you're pro-car? So it was a very good comparison that I heard when someone said that.
Is that person pro?
No, they were just saying an example like, oh, yeah, he's pro-gun, he got killed by a gun. It's like, yeah, but you drive a car every day. Cars kill hundreds of thousands of people a year. So are you pro-car now or are you against cars? So that's the point. That's the point effectively Charlie was trying to make at the time. And I think maybe he even gave that example about the cars. But, you know, anything he said, he then backed it up with a logical reason. And I think that's why I personally relate or liked what he said, because I find that I'm a logical person. You can change my mind. I'm open to having a different point of view. And if people can break it down to me and show me the reasons, show me the for, show me the against, I'll go, okay, cool. Like a perfect example, we spoke about this a long time ago, but we had a friend who works a 4-day work week with his team and he's in the construction space. I'm like, no way, you can't do that. Like I was dead set. I'm saying, you cannot do a 4-day work week. I don't believe it. I will do more working a 5-day work week than you will a 4. And after the discussion back and forth for a good hour, like I go, he actually changed my mind somewhat. And he showed me the logical reasons and why he did what he did and how he was doing it and how he was structuring it. And he showed me the benefits and he's like, this works for this reason, for this reason. I'm saying, okay, you know what? That really could work. That could be, you could be onto something there. So I went from no way, never work 5 days a week, never work 4 days a week to going, okay, maybe that could work. And that's what Charlie did. Whenever he had a discussion about something, he would say, what would you like to talk to me about? Anything's on the table, whatever you would like. And then he would come and have that discussion. And he had a lot of controversial topics, which is what got the views. That's probably what made him so famous, as far as him just having those controversial topics. It could be pro-guns, it could be abortion was a really big one. You know, he was pro-life. So that was a huge one. And we said guns, we said about genders and politics. He was a right-wing politician. Well, not politician, but right-wing politics. He was a huge Trump supporter. And that rubbed people up the wrong way. But he would have that discussion at the very least. He never went out there, not from clips that I saw, and went out and abused people and said, you know, you're this, you're this, you're this, you're a dud. He would say, well, show me why. Tell me why. And people couldn't give those answers to him because he was a very smart man.
Yeah, he was. I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but
Yeah.
I'm just not buying into. There's something sus, man.
Could be.
There has to be, dude. Come on, like look at everything that's happening. I've looked into it. I don't know. Have you looked into it much?
No, not in the depth that you're saying.
If you like that clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. And if you want to watch the full episode, click just over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.